obsessed with enhancing your radio experience. Diamond 88.7 FM, shining supreme.
On Diamond 88.7 FM, we give credible, factual, balanced reports at all time. Join us as we take you around the globe on the world news. Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin, your shining supreme station.
From the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin, this is news around the world.
In the headlines, INEC fixes date for Rivers Southeast senatorial by-election. IGP assures tight security ahead Ekiti governorship election. Court orders arrest of Kwara NSCDC boss over contempt. On the foreign scene, European Union countries urge sanctions on Israeli minister for holding Gaza activists hostage. In business, China's solar panel exports to Africa increases. And in entertainment, Edochie advises men to walk away from a cheating wife. And in sports news, Casemiro hints on preferred destination ahead of summer transfer window. A very wonderful evening to you, and thank you for staying with us on Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. This is news across the world. I am Nedu Okorie. You can also listen to us via our website on www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on YouTube at Diamond FM Ilorin. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. Do stay with us.
They never sabi anything. Now we get this town and city and we go burn and down as long as say you they give us better money. Nothing consign us. Just give us the change and we go scatter ground.
Young man, wait, stop and think. Why cut your life short, following evil orders from unpatriotic elements? Ask yourself, would they put their own children in these dangerous situations? Is it worth the shame, pain, and disgrace to your family, friends, and loved ones? Think about it and say no to being used to disrupt the peace.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin.
And you're welcome back from that break. Now the news in detail. The Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has announced plans to conduct a by-election for the vacant Rivers Southeast Senatorial District seat on June 20th. The resident electoral commissioner in Rivers State, Johnson Alalibo, said this in a statement issued to journalists on Thursday in Port Harcourt. According to him, the exercise will take place across 88 registration area wards and 1,629 polling units in the 7 local government areas that make up the senatorial district. The affected local government areas are Andoni, Okpobonkoro, Eleme, Tai, Oyigbo, Kana, and Go Kana. The Nigerian Navy has intensified its indigenous shipbuilding drive, revealing that it has completed 5 locally built vessels since 2010, while 2 additional seaward defense boats and a ferry are currently under construction. The Chief of Policy and Plans, Rear Admiral Akinola Olatunde, disclosed these on Thursday during a press briefing in Abuja to herald activities marking the Nigerian Navy's 70th anniversary. Olatunde, who represented the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Idi Abbas, said the Navy had made remarkable progress from inheriting a few crafts at independence to becoming Africa's strongest naval fleet. The Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Rewandisu, has assured Nigerians of adequate security and professionalism ahead of the forthcoming Ekiti State governorship election. Disu gave the assurance on Thursday during the election stakeholders meeting and signing of the peace accord held in Ado-Ekiti, where he reiterated the readiness of the Nigerian police force to deliver a peaceful, free and credible poll. The meeting brought together key stakeholders, including the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), the National Peace Committee, political parties, candidates, civil society groups, traditional rulers and members of diplomatic community. The Oyo State government has denied viral reports circulating on social media claiming that teachers and students abducted during last Friday's attack on 3 schools in Okorie local government area had been released. The special advisor on security to Governor Seyi Makinde, Abayomi Fagbenro, described the reports as false, insisting that the victims were still in captivity as of Thursday morning. While some social media users claimed the victims had regained freedom, others dismissed the reports as fake, noting that no credible media organization had confirmed the development. And in the state of Harmony, Kwara State, the All Progressives Congress APC in Kwara has postponed its governorship primary election, earlier scheduled for Thursday to Friday, May 22nd, 2026. The postponement was announced in an official notice issued by the State Publicity Secretary of the party, Abdul Wahid Babatunde in Kwara. While no reason was officially given for the postponement, the state party chairman, Sunday Fagbemi, confirmed the shift to newsmen. However, barely a few hours before the postponement of the primary in the state, 8 aspirants in the early hours of Thursday stepped down for Abdul Fattah Seriki, who is reportedly Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak's preferred successor. Still from Kwara State, a magistrate court sitting in Ilorin, Kwara State capital, has ordered the arrest of the state commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Abbas Mohammed, over his failure to appear before the court in an ongoing assault case involving 2 NSCDC officers. The presiding judge, Chief Magistrate Adebayo Dukbe, directed the Kwara State Commissioner of Police, Adeki Miojo, to arrest the NSCDC commandant and produce him before the court on the next adjourned date. The order followed an application filed by counsel to Barrister Aladodo Abdulateef Nuruddin, who allegedly suffered assault in the hands of 2 NSCDC officers, Ajayi Williams Gwalaon and Busari Babatunde. And that's the news on the local scene. The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. We now go on a break, and when we return, we bring you foreign, business, entertainment, and sports news. Do stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
And you're welcome back from the break. You're still listening to the news across the world, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. Now we move on to the foreign stories. Italy, Ireland and Spain have called on the European Union to sanction Israel's far-right National Security Minister, Itamar Ben-Gvir, who posted a video showing detained activists from a Gaza-bound ship forced to their knees with their hands bound. Italian Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani and Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez described the treatment of the activists as unacceptable. According to Tajani on his X handle on Thursday, sanctions have been requested against the Israeli minister for seizing the activists in international waters and subjecting them to harassment and humiliation in violation of the most basic human rights. Still on the foreign scene, China has called on the U.S. to desist from using force and threats against its ally, Cuba, after Washington indicted former leader Raul Castro on murder charges. An American court has accused the 94-year-old former president of conspiracy to kill U.S. nationals over the 1996 downing of two planes, an incident which killed 4 people and fueled diplomatic tensions between Washington and the Caribbean island. U.S. President Donald Trump has repeatedly sought to exert pressure on Cuba and has openly discussed toppling its communist regime. Meanwhile, on Thursday, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Guo Jiakun urged the U.S. to stop issuing threats at every given opportunity, adding that Beijing firmly supports Cuba. And that's the news on the foreign scene. We now move on to our business news.
Diamond FM Business News.
And in our business news this evening, China's solar cell and panels exports to Africa has recorded a sharp increase in April, rising by 83% on a year-on-year basis as global demand for renewable energy continues to rise. This was according to China's customs data released on Wednesday. The data showed that exports to African countries reached 123,787 metric tons in April 2026, up from 67,552 tons in April 2025. However, the April shipments declined compared to the peak shipments of 209,474 tons experienced in March, reflecting a slowdown after a surge in pre-policy buying. The March increase was driven by global buyers rushing to secure shipments ahead of China's decision to end its solar export tax refund policy, which started on April 1st, a move widely expected to increase export prices. And that's the news in business. We now move on to our entertainment stories.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
In our entertainment news, Nollywood actor Yul Edochie has disclosed his stance on infidelity in marriage, advising men on how to respond if they discover their wives are cheating. In a post on X, Edochie stated that men should immediately leave the relationship whenever infidelity is confirmed. He warned against tolerating cheating in the name of marriage and advised against negotiating, condoning, or discussing the matter with the other party involved. He added that forgiving a cheating partner would make a man appear weak, claiming that some women take advantage of men they perceive as weak. Still in entertainment news, Nigerian music stars Tems, Wizkid, Burna Boy, Asake have earned nominations for the 2026 BET Awards, gaining recognition across major international and music categories. Tems stand out as one of the most nominated African artist, earning 3 nominations: Best Female R&B Pop Artist, the BET Her Award for a Song First, and a Viewer's Choice nomination for Rain Dance, a collaboration with Dave. Ashake and Wizkid, however, earned a joint nomination in the Best Group category following their recent collaboration, while Burna Boy was nominated in the Best Collaboration category for his feature on American artist Gunna's track. And that's it in entertainment world. We now move on to our sports stories.
Diamond FM Sports News.
In our sports news this evening, Manchester United midfielder Carlos Casemiro's preferred destination has been revealed as he is all set to leave Manchester United at the end of the season. The Brazilian international will play his last game for United when they face Brighton on the final day of the Premier League campaign this weekend. However, according to Fabrizio Romano, the 34-year-old intends to join Inter Miami as his next destination and will sign a deal to join the Major League Soccer side in the summer transfer window. While Inter Miami have been at the final stages of a deal to sign the former Real Madrid midfielder for months, Manchester United fans recently pleaded with Casemiro not to leave the club this summer. Still in sports news, Arsenal's squad are set to receive significant financial reward after winning the Premier League title for the first time in over 20 years. According to the Times, players will earn around £6,000 per appearance, along with additional payments for a bonus pool built up across the season through league and cup successes. The statement also disclosed that some players could receive about £250 in total bonuses depending on appearances, with regular starters set to earn the most. And that ends our sports news. And with that, we've come to the end of news across the world. But before we go, here is the recap of the major highlights. INEC fixes date for Rivers South East senatorial by-election. IGP assures tight security ahead Ekiti governorship election. Court orders arrest of Kwara NSCDC boss over contempt. On the foreign scene, European Union countries urge sanctions on Israeli minister for holding Gaza activists hostage. In business, China's solar panel export to Africa increases amid global demand. In entertainment, Yul Edochie advises men to walk away from a cheating wife. And in sports news, Casemiro hints on preferred destination ahead of summer transfer window. In our Today in History, did you know that on this day in 2021, the 21st Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atairu, died tragically in a military plane crash near the Kaduna International Airport? And for news coverage or information about happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM newsroom number on 09160627526. On behalf of the production crew, I am Nedu Okorie. Thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station, and do stand by for other programs as well as the news across the world in Yoruba. A wonderful evening to you.
Hour after hour of quality programming all around the clock with us. Every second and minute counts when it comes to bringing you the best of programming on radio. Diamond 88.7 FM remains your best bet.